Hello and welcome back to City Skylines with myself. We're at the plateau right now, looking over our monstrous creation, which is a massive, massive city filled with so much stuff, man. So much stuff. I really want to fix this terrible thing that we have here. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? If we could just go ahead and just fix it. Please fix it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do a bit of expanding right here. And while we do that, I'm also going to do is I'm basically going to ruin the city a little bit more, right? And we're going to try and unlock more monuments, because why the hell not, right? Because why the hell not? Right, this guy's penis ain't looking too healthy, I'll be honest with you. Okay, let's keep going. I have no idea how the traffic's going to go for this one, but being that my goal today is to quite literally destroy my city in various ways, I'll be honest, I'm not too worried about, like, traffic issues and the like. I think that's reasonable, honestly. Well, hold on, that ain't good. Okay, we're just going to go up here. Like so. And then do this over here. There we go. And that's going to be our new expansion, and thank God it's going to look less like a penis. Alright, cool, cool. We'll start filling that up soon. For now, we're just going to, like, pretty much finish off, like, a lot of this area ended up being untagged and unzoned, basically. And the reason for that was basically because I needed to pull back on a lot of shops that I had. There was a little bit too many. You know, I sort of gone overboard with it. So, you know, it resulted in a pretty bad situation for me when it comes to having too many shops, too many office spaces. So I destroyed them, if you remember them, basically. That's what I did. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is post a commercial here. Get, like, some nice shops near the airport. See who comes up, who shows up. And we're going to slowly fill that in while we're going. And I suppose we could do with districting it as well. Not really done any districting in a little while. So it's good to do. Alright, what we'll call this one is... I like that. Hold on. Not a penis park. Alright, that's not a penis park. That's been built. It's quite fun to say out loud. Try and say that out loud, but, like, maybe do it when, like, no one's around. I just noticed how insanely, like, non-centered those roads are. That is hideous. That is hideous. We're just gonna go ahead and just, like, destroy all evidence of my great failure to build fucking roads. Hold on. Alright. There and there. There and there. Not that one. Not that one. That one was bad. Oh, it won't let me. In my defense, it won't let me for some reason. Space already occupied, guys. In my defense, space was already occupied. Okay, we're going to do one more. Do it. Wow, it really doesn't want me to have, like, straight roads here. Wow. It really doesn't like straight roads. Jesus, that's bad. Okay, it's better than the first one, at least. Better than the fucking first one, let me tell you. Alright, let's keep zoning up. Why not? So what we're going to go to for today, we had some suggestions based on some questions I was having last time. So I'd like to say, you know, big thank you for all of the suggestions and the help. Some of them were terrible. Some of them were absolutely terrible. Let me explain myself with that one. Alright, so last time I asked, how on earth are we going to achieve the Lazarette Plaza, which is this one. Average citizen health of under 20%. Basically, my issue was that I would get rid of all health-related things, lower the budget massively, everyone gets sick and starts dying and shit, right? And that's probably, overall, the population, 20% health or less, right? That's what I thought. What actually happened is everyone just died and it didn't count. Like, if they were dead, it just didn't count. It just didn't count as, you know, under 20% health. They were dead, they didn't count. You have to be ill, not dead, basically. It's like, how the hell am I going to do that? Some people were telling me, why don't you just go ahead, right, and construct a brand new town dedicated to being sick, that has no healthcare. And then, with that, what you need to do is... Hold on, let me just finish that. There we go. What you need to do is basically let everyone just get really sick and ruin the rest of your town. And technically, that's like not necessarily like a terrible plan, right? It probably would work, but the issue mainly was the fact that, I mean, that's gonna take ages. That's gonna take forever. So some other people came up with a better idea. So I'll go ahead and pause. I'm going to save the game. Real nightlife. There we go. As opposed to the fake nightlife. Okay. And then what we're going to do is take the piping. This was suggested by a lot of people. And you see how there's like all this gross gunk here, you know? What would be bad is if people were drinking from that, right? That would suck if people were just like straight up just drinking this blatant shit water. So that's what I'm going to make them do. I'm going to make my civilians drink shit water. And they're all going to get sick. They're all going to get sick. And hopefully that will then cause everyone to have less than 20% on the old like health meter parameter thing. Alright, so it's going. I suppose what I could do is like go around and like turn these things off, like hospitals and stuff. Yeah, let's do that. We're just going to go around, turn all these hospitals off. I'm going to turn the medical clinics off as well. And everyone's just going to basically die. They're just going to die. They're all going to get really sick, and then they're going to die. And hopefully, that will be what I want at the end of the day. Really fucked up, man. Like, what is the life I lead? I am a terrible, terrible mayor. This is not something I would ever do. In fact, people were leaving comments on one of the videos when I was doing stuff like this, like, oh, you're a terrible mayor. Like, you're really not good at running towns. Like, if you were a mayor, I wouldn't live in your town because, like, you're killing everyone. I'm doing this because I have to, guys. I'm doing this because I have to. It's like when I did the thing to the railroad in Fallout. Everyone was like, I can't believe you would do that. You're a terrible person. It doesn't matter that you were forced to do it in the game and you couldn't physically continue the game if you didn't do it. You're a terrible person. I don't know, man. Alright, let's get rid of the last few. We only have a couple more. I actually thought I had a lot more hospitals than I actually do. Interesting. Okay, where's this last one? It's right here. And I think we just have the one at the airport left now. Yeah. Just got it. Off. Okay. Cool. So we're going to drop population massively. What is the overall health on right now? It is, of course, on 44%. It was on around 60-something% before I even started doing this. So I'd say that's a good start. And you can see that a lot of people are now starting to get sick. Real sick. And now all of them are dying. Okay. So the concern is that they're all going to die before they get sick. But that's not possible. So what really confuses me with this one, kind of bothers me, is that this doesn't drop faster. Now you can see with your seeing eyes that there is a lot of sick faces right here. A lot of very unhappy, unhealthy, poop drinking people. Sewage drinking, poop drinking people. They're not having a good time. They're all sick as hell, right? Yet, they're all on 43% health. Which is fine. Like, that's perfectly acceptable. And now they're all dying. They're all dying. There's tons of dead. And sick people in those buildings. That's why it's flashing between the two issues. Now, when I tried this last episode, what was funny is basically the percent of health started going back up. So, like, everyone was getting really sick and then dying. And then there's just corpses just everywhere in every building, just more corpses than live people. My entire city became essentially a funeral home, crypt, graveyard. It was great. It was really cool. I loved it. Apart from the fact that my health percent would go up after that point, because the few survivors in this post-apocalyptic empire that I built basically somehow survived this terrible thing. And I guess they're like, you know, like 1 in every 100 people became completely fine after drinking my sewage water, etc. So, like, I guess my percent of health went up. And, like, all of the people who survived, like, let's say I had 80,000 people, and then, like, 100 people survived. A good half of those people were perfectly healthy. So my health was on 50%. Isn't that dumb? Really dumb. So it is dropping still. 42%. It was 43% a moment ago. But, like, we have to get to 20%. I'm pretty fucking sure we've completely stopped every medical clinic, every hospital. Everything to do with health is no longer fucking functional. And they're drinking literal shit water. So they're really ill. In fact, most of them are dead now. Like, look at this. They didn't even survive the night, man. They didn't even survive the night. Look how bad this is. They're all fucking dead, dude. We're kind of getting two stones at once here. With the whole, we're trying to fill up cemeteries. This one's full. This one's full. We need a third full. We need 5. We actually need 5 full. So where are our cemeteries? There's one there. There's one here. How full is this? 1,352. It's not even halfway, man. It's not even halfway. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Someone I used to really enjoy watching. His name's Mike B. Ooh, 2,000 population. There's a guy called Mike B, right? And he used to do these really fucking funny, I can't remember the name of them now, it's been that long ago, but really clever, like, looks at games. He was the guy who got me into Aeon. He did a showcasing on Aeon, talked about the positives of Aeon. It's like a big MMO. It was like, basically Aeon was like the closest thing that came to beating WoW at the time. And this is a long time ago. We're talking, I think it was like around Cataclysm. No, it was in, oh dude, it was in the end of Wrath when Ice Crown was out. Yeah, it was during the end of Wrath when Aeon came out. And it was absolutely brilliant, right? This game was absolutely fucking top tier, really fucking loved it. Had a lot of fun with it. And I only looked at it because Mike B made a channel, made a series, and in that series, he talked about it. He talked about this game. And he did this series where he talked about a bunch of random games, and I really enjoyed them. They were always funny, informative, interesting, and inspiring to me to put more effort into my videos. It was a long time ago, and I only really just started making videos, but it still inspired me, it helped me. And he basically changed his ways, stopped being a YouTuber really, did a lot of different stuff. He still does some YouTube videos, and still really like them. Every now and then I go look at them, but like, you know, he doesn't really do them anymore, which is a shame, and he stopped that series. And I believe he's doing something now, like, it's a podcast, and it's called Better Not Get Your Hopes Up, or it's Don't Get Your Hopes Up. And I really respect the guy. He's obviously an intelligent, successful man, really like him, he's funny, he's interesting. I wish he would do more on YouTube, but man, that's a shit name for a series. Don't Get Your Hopes Up. Like, if you want someone to watch your video, don't call it Don't Get Your Hopes Up. Because it's just like, it puts them off immediately. I know him, I like him, and it put me off. And that's a podcast right there. I think it's a podcast that he does. Terrible naming. And I guess that I bring that up because I said don't get your hopes up. Alright, good tangent, Self. Thanks, Self. Alright, we are currently gaining population somehow in my trash sewer city. And the health has dropped to 40%. Dude, in that entire time that we're talking about fucking some random thing, everyone's dead, right? All the buildings are abandoned. Everyone's gone. And I'm hemorrhaging money. Population has dropped by over half. And it's still dropping. And my health is 41%. It actually went up. Average citizen health went from 40% to 41%. It gained quality of health in my abandoned graveyard of a city. It's just gone up again. It went to 42% for a moment there. I'll be honest with you guys. I really don't know how to get that one, and that was like the only monument that I thought I could pull off, the medical center. Because, like, what's the requirements for the Eden Project Business Park? Plaza of the Dead. Well, Plaza of the Dead's going to take fucking forever, right? So that's not going to happen. So, okay, Business Park. Business Park is this one. I need to build a fuck ton of commercial zone. I guess I can do that. Let's do that. Alright, so we're just going to pause it. And what we're going to go ahead and do is just build like the biggest roads we can. Your basic biggest roads. And commercial zone. Just doesn't really matter like where I put any of these roads. As long as there's like, you know, as much as I can like fill with like commercial. You know, just really fill it out. As long as it's like tiled up. I'm assuming that's what counts. I'm hoping that's what counts. It's a bit of an issue because like all this area is so like bumpy. So you see like where there's like splodges where it looks like I've not really got any space to build anything there. That's because it's all bumpy here and hilly. Alright, so we're doing pretty good here. We just filled that the hell out. And you know what I could do? I could probably I'm gonna let time move on, because who knows? Health will drop more, I guess, maybe. I could just D-zone everything that's not commercial and fill it up as well. That's like a viable option. Let's see how much this actually is. Alright, so we're gonna fill this all up. I wish I could like... Oh, I know. Look, I can literally do this. Pow! Easy. Pow. Wapow. Fill it all up with commercial. If that doesn't work, I can always go back. Alright. Did that work? Business back. 20,000 squares of commercial zone built. Has not gone up at all. Well then. Here's the new strategy. Okay, so we go to this. Do this. We just D-zone everything. I'm going to replace it with commercial. I'm going to... Whoa, that's all commercial. No point doing that. And I'm assuming that will do the job, right? Okay. Commercial. 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 Alright, good. Fill it all up. All of it will be commercial. This is terrible, dude. This is like the worst thing ever. Alright, so I'm assuming fucking over my population is going to mean this won't work. But I had to give it a try, right? I know they are building... Oh, that's residential. That's not what I wanted. It's the only thing that I see actually making progress and actually having some sort of effect is the thing I don't want to do. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Alright, let's have a quick look. Have I made any impact? I have lost 3,000. Alright, let's... let's revert back. Alright, we're back. The town is functional and not dead. So how the hell do you do that one? What we'll do is we'll go ahead and try out it again, but like just specifically on this one. And see if that has any impact. Because the demand for commercial is going to just like empty itself, right? It's just going to no longer exist. It's just not going to exist, the demand for commercial, when I do this. But will they build the buildings anyway? Will they just show up and build buildings that no one's going to work in, no one's going to visit ever, and is ultimately doomed, right? But is technically a commercial building. Will that work? That's the question. As of right now, it is just going up. We have like a couple of minutes gap between the last time I said anything with that little jump. And it's gone up from like 9,200 to 9,400. Yet I'm not really seeing any of these buildings existing. So maybe those are ones being built elsewhere. I don't know. Whoa, hold on a second. I didn't know what that looked like at night. The Hadron Collider looks fucking beast at night. It gets this like red glow. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's really cool. Really cool. Big fan of that. But yeah, as it stands right now, that plan of action does not... Well, you know what? It's still going up. It was 9,400 not like 30 seconds ago. And now it's 9,600. It's kind of too slow, right? But it is undeniably going up. And ever so slowly, as these buildings are being made, this place is being regridded. Although, this section is very upset. So So what I'm going to go ahead and do is try and make that like a thing that's fixed for a second. By building some office spaces there. Hopefully that'll grid them up. Like that. So they won't complain. And they're all on the grid again. Alright, cool. So that saves the day there. I should have done that a little bit sooner. God, I can't get over how cool that looks, the Hadron Collider. So nice. So neat. Alright, so let's have a quick look. 9,600. 9,800. It is just going up. Undeniably, it is just going up. But I feel like I have to just sit here and twiddle my thumbs. And there's nothing I can do while we wait apart from pursue other objectives. And I suppose I'll do that. I suppose I'll try and pursue the other objectives while we wait. So, what is the cheapest service building out there? Well, there's water pumping stations, 2,500. Water towers can go anywhere. Does this count? Does this count? Like, it's a service building, right? So, what is it that we're actually building? It's the, hold on, let's find it. It's the servicing services offices. It's amazing. 191, right? 191. 192. Okay, that works. That actually works. So we're just gonna fucking absolutely destroy this. It's not that expensive to do. Oh my god, we worked this one out pretty well, actually. I'm glad we came to this conclusion. Do you think that's 100 there? Oh my god, look at them. Look at them. Oh god. Oh my god. Alright, is that 100? It is... Oh my god, it's free off. 1, 2, 3. The servicing services offices has been constructed! Where the hell are we going to place this? Wherever the fuck we feel, I guess. Where will it even go? Where will it even fit? Nowhere so far. Nowhere. Fucking nowhere. Oh my god. I guess I could put it somewhere else. Fine, fine. What does it even do? It has tourists and normal visitors. It's just a large office building, so it consumes office demand. Right. Well, it looks cool. It's got its own like nice little park. Oh, right next to a bus stop. Good spot. Look at that. What? That's terrible design. You have to go up like these massive stairs to get there, right? Which is really cool. But there's just a ledge. Like no one in a wheelchair can get up there. You just have to walk up to the ledge, like jump up and do a fucking pull-up. If you compare it to the size of an actual person, like next time someone walks past it, like now, it is actually about shoulder height. It's about shoulder height. So you have to physically, you don't have to do a pull-up. You have to jump up, put your arms under you and like sort of awkwardly roll over. Let's watch as this person attempts it. This person right here. They are in the floor. They went into they're under the stairs. Robert Parker. Super Guy is now your name. Super Guy. What the fuck, man? Super Guy. Good for you, man. But you're supposed to, like, climb the stairs, not walk through them, you fucking weirdo. Anyway, he's the only visitor there. How's this going? I should probably destroy all of this nonsense. It's probably costing me money. It is, actually. So for a quick look at the first objective. 10,600. So we have gone up about 1,200 commercial zone so far. Is it still rising? Let's walk times 3 it for a second. Is it still rising? 616, 17, 18. I think it just dropped there. Yeah, look, it's dropping. No, it's gone back up again. Make your mind up. Well, we may as well go full force on this one and pretty much go all out. Hold on, I'm on the wrong thing here. There we go. So just fill that up and see if that increases the speed. Because then obviously I have a good idea to finish that off. But yeah, that services building, that's probably a requirement for one of these monuments. But it doesn't say yet because we've not got the plaza first. Really, we have no idea if I'm going to be able to finish this. Like, the medical center, right? it requires the plaza, but there's always a chance that it will also require the Cathedral of Plenitude, and that requires all city service buildings, every last one of them, which isn't necessarily impossible, right? I could do that. Okay, so we're seeing about a minute in the future here. We've obviously gridded that up. No one's built there yet, though. Yeah, basically without the demand for commercial, they're just not going to build it. You don't get to just zone it up and then they'll build the buildings and then no one shows up but you achieve your goal. No, you have to have the demand first, which means that is a thing that's going to take absolutely fucking just ages to actually be finished and achieved. So I'm required to build this before I even know what the other things I need are, right? So that's just impossible, pretty much. It's going to take too long. Like, we don't have the hours to sit here and do it, right? That's technically possible. Cathedral of Plenitude is not required for anything yet. So, alright, Plaza of the Dead and the Lazaret. Okay, Plaza of the Dead. How are we doing on that 2,000 cemetery? 2,137, so it's gone up about 100 in the space of a good 15 minutes. So if we follow that math, it's basically we have to sit here and let it just go for about 2 hours to reach that. So that would allow me, right? That would allow me to build the Plaza of the Dead, which is this one, yeah. So I build the Plaza of the Dead, right? And then I hit the next problem, which is... Hold on, let me find it. I don't know whether this is required, things like this, but the theatre requires 5 filled cemeteries. So we just hit the next wall at that point. A wall we can't really beat, which is a massive problem. So what I'm going to do instead is just revert back to where we were, now that we've unlocked that next building. Place it down somewhere nice, and cry, you know, 5-10 minutes of crying, whatever. Let's find a good spot for it. Hold on, let's find a good spot for it. What should be locked? No, thank God it's not. Thank God it's not. I joked for a second, but then there was part of me like, what if it's locked? It isn't. Thank God it isn't. So it's back in its weird spot. In a different spot, actually. Still next to the bus station, which is good. The booming bus station. Everyone loves bus stations, man. Bus stops. Bus stations, bus stops, buses. They're the bomb. I am really happy with what we've done with the cities. I think it's been a really good experience. And I've really enjoyed this DLC and After Dark. But I kind of feel like we've reached that point now where the only things I've got left to do are these monuments. And the monuments that I can build and then finally... Basically need the requirements for the monuments. Those are going to take just 2 to 3 hours of just sitting and letting the game play and doing nothing. That's really not what I want to do with my time. And I think we've kind of, you know, reached the point now where we've done everything we want to now. Maybe in the future I'll come back to City Skylines and we will do something different, try something new and wacky, maybe when there's new DLC or anything like that. But I think the game's a great game. I appreciate those of you who actually watch the series joining me each time. I hope you enjoyed it. Sometime in the future, City Skylines will be on the channel again, I'm sure. I do enjoy streaming this game, so I may do something like that in the future. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching City Skylines. I really appreciate all the support you guys have shown me with the series. And again, I've had a lot of fun doing this series. Otherwise, guys, I will see you next time. Whenever it is that we play City Skylines again. And have a good day, guys. Goodbye.